Hello, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 5, Episode 70 with me, Sid, and we're just about to sleep the night off so we can get on with our next job, our next thing, and yeah, it should be entertaining, hopefully. Certainly will be a big advancement, and the reason for that is it's breakfast. Didn't have enough. Last episode we made that weak steel, and we only made 8 normal steel ingots, so we are going to or we did get another 8 pig iron. Now we also made this thing, which is absolutely keeping this beastie charged right up. The capacitor, of course, is the basic capacitor with a 1,000,000 RF storage. We could look at upgrading it maybe to a bigger one if we wanted to. Now we've got the means of making most of this stuff anyway, we could. So that's something we may want to do at some point, but right now it is providing enough juice for this, and that's the only machine we've got, so fine. We also made a start on the roof, and I have got a whole load of treated wood being produced as we speak, and the biggie is to get these done. So these need to be welded, if I can find, with the pig iron to make high carbon black steel. That will then need to be hammered out to make black steel. Once we've got those, we can make a black steel ingot anvil, and obviously from there we can move on. I also this episode want to process these anvils back because there's just a lot of material there which could be better used in tools and whatever. So we're going to be doing a fair amount of forge work this episode, and I probably want to borrow a little bit of charcoal from over there as well, I think, and stick about half in there and half in there. Should have a lighter. I do. Chink chink. Yeah, so first things first. 1 2 3 1 2 and 1 2 3 1 2. Get these heated up, get them welded, and then carry on, get the rest done. This is going to take a while, so I'll be back in a mo. Of course, while the thing's doing, we're not going to waste the time, because I'm not going to sit there just staring at the forge. What I'm going to do is start filling this up with the wood from that pile into the charcoal kiln. Because of course, you know, TFC is all about time and how long it takes to do all the things. So backwards and forwardsing while these things heat up seems to be an obvious thing. I mean, we can obviously between visits just make sure everything is, you know, still working, but best use of time is to make sure you use all of it. That should almost be a quote or something, shouldn't it? Yeah, anyway, we'll get that done. I'll be back in a second. And finally, we can start the process. One black steel ingot. Let's continue, and yeah, 16 more to go. And obviously we do need to weld some of these as well. Maybe we should put both of those back in there and weld them while we're at it. So I need 7 doubles, so kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I thought so too. Yep, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we are on our last batch of ingots. They're heating right now, so I've got 6 double ingots, and obviously we've got another batch of ingots in there waiting to heat. And between the heats, I've been coming over here and grabbing all the logs to fill up our charcoal furnace, because as soon as we've got a new axe, that lot's coming down. I may even make I don't know, I'm just wondering, I think I'll give it we'll have a go with a black steel axe, see how that goes, and see how long it lasts, I should say, I suppose would be the better solution, but we are getting there, and eventually we shall have, well, this episode we will have a roof on the factory, a black steel anvil, and some black steel tools. And as I say, I think it would definitely be a black steel axe, and I'm not sure whether to try for better arrows, you know. Almost there. Or whether to just stick with these arrows and see what we can do with them, because my bow's pretty good, but I did a bit of testing in a creative world and I managed to get a bow that could one-shot a bear, which was pretty scary given how tough the bears actually are. Bears and spiders are your test subjects for weapons in TFC, because they're both got, in the case of cave spiders I should say, because they're 2,500 hit points, and bears are 3,000 hit points, and if you can take those down, you can take anything down. The only thing to be aware of course, is skeletons and their invulnerability to piercing damage, but apart from that, you should be okay. So yeah, we're getting many jobs done, and I shall be back again with you in a moment once we have all the black steel we shall ever need. But until then, I'll see you in a mo. Right, there you have it. That's the last black steel double ingot. Now I have got this running with the remaining black steel in to keep that hot, but I want to get this hot because we are going to need this to, if I can, let's start with the copper one, shall we? It's on my back, that's fine. It's now no longer on my back, it's in there, and we've got 14 ingots of copper to process. We've also got all of this lot to put together into its respective thing. And then if I come over here, get the steel anvil and swap those round, and then pop the steel anvil there for now, we can get on with running this lot down. At the same time, I can get one of these and we can see about a new axe, which is upset it all the way over there, perhaps, then that. Okay, upset. No, that's what we need, but oh, that's too far. Hang on. Ah. Right, I've forgotten axe, obviously. Upset down, no. Upset down and there. No. Alright, I'm going to work on this one, be back in a second. Alright, well, that is the copper and now the bronze anvil. I made 2 axes because I figured that with those of the one tool that we go through a lot of and don't have an automatically repairing version of, so that kind of made sense to me. The next one in is the iron anvil. Bang. Got to wait for that to get up to temperature this time. Okay, but yeah, and then we've got the steel to do, and that will be all of the old anvils processed. It's amazing actually just how fast you can rip apart all the hours of work that went into some of these other items. This bit almost a bit depressing in some respects. Do I need to give you a little help there? Perhaps. There we go. That's 14 ingots of iron to play with once it's up to temperature anyway. And then we got, as I say, we've got the steel to go, but those will come in handy because we're going to need that to make more black steel items anyway. So yeah, all good. And yeah, just these two to go. Again, I shall be back in a little while. Alright, we're almost there. We're just doing the last of the steel, and I just wanted to double check. Need to just pump that a little bit. We should have four more ingots worth in here. And what I'm going to do is with the last one, I'm going to make a new chisel. Tempted to actually make a hammer as well. I might use the last two to go there, just because we've got a wrought iron hammer on here. I might use that for my hammer in the field, and because it I don't know, but anyway, we've got these all done. Definitely want a chisel because my chisel's about probably about 2/3 worn out, and we'll most certainly want to go down that route to a chisel blade. And not quite, damn it, that was so close. There you go, chisel. I am very tempted to go hammer as well, you know. Hammer. Too far. Not quite far enough. Damn you. Oh, you are kidding me. And still kidding me. Right, that would have been it. It doesn't actually matter what I do for the middle, does it? There, hammer. Perfect. Right, so that leaves us with a reasonable amount of steel. Some 12 ingots of steel, 32 ingots of wrought iron, plenty of bronze, plenty of copper. Well, and yeah, really can't complain at that. That is good. What we do need to do is, so that's got 5,000 durability. This is a 25% smithing bonus. I'm not gonna, yeah, I might as well make them all up, I suppose. Right, 3. It's got a good durability on it, and there's our new chisel. Perfect. So that brings us to the end of that particular little quest line, if you like. I know there's no quest lines in this pack, but in terms of the fact that I have kind of been bum rushing towards oh, you won't go in there. Okay, fine. Yeah, I've kind of been bum rushing the black steel side of things. I should have made a scythe. We'll be all right for a while, I suppose. We've now moved to the point where we have got black steel, which is a huge bonus. Gives us a lot of options going forwards. And what I need to do is just sort out some food, because our food situation is pretty poor here. Let's do that. We need to just restock our carry flasks of food. That's those. Bob. A little bit of that, and a little bit of that. I think, did I? I don't know whether I actually went and swapped that over then. Doesn't matter. But yeah, because we're looking a bit weak on the food front here. But now what we need to do is just get that charcoal kiln running, and also get the rest of that tree farm down, get it replanted with some new saplings, and the world should be good with that respect. So let's just head out and see about getting the first things first, I suppose, is getting the hoofer done. See, I don't know whether I keep wondering whether to go for the longbow again, because obviously we did the longbow work before, and it is kind of pointless in a way. See, he dropped bow as well, which would have been very handy earlier on, but this thing does the job. I don't know whether to bother or not, you know. Anyway, we need to restock this lot and get that charcoal kiln going. That's the first job. So that is what we will do. I think we should have plenty of room in my cupboard as well for more logs, because I have emptied that quite excessively. So when we chop this lot down, yeah, it'll all kind of balance out. And as I say, roof is my next concern, at least getting all the carpenter's blocks on, although I would like to get something to fill the carpenter's blocks with as well. And then we can start to move on and think about the next thing. And I think from there, I've got a few ideas what I want, which direction I want to go, which I will share with you once we've got to them. So yeah, let me just get this not far off finishing filling this thing up. So let me get this done, and again I shall be back in a moment. Alright, time to light the charcoal oven, which is filled. It's a hell of a big charcoal oven, as per usual. Can't see the point in doing little piddly ones. So we'll get those in there, grab the dirt, head on up. Now I can't remember whether I think I played it safe by taking that one out, and then I need a torch, don't I? That is a very good point. I've got some. It's not really a problem, just that I carry these chiseled torches rather than the torch proper versions of torches. Let me just make sure that we've got a good supply of them. Sticks are not going to be a problem, because I need to go and get some more saplings for the tree farm, seeing as I managed to destroy it with those things. Oh, that's a thought. We do still need to test the silkworms on the non-TFC things as well, don't we? And in we go, and any second. Woof. And there we go. that's running. Excellent. We're achieving so many things today. So the next thing I want to get on with is that roof before I start chopping that tree down, the trees down. I suppose it doesn't really matter which way I do it, but yeah, the roof. Trees, then roof. Let's do it. Let's do it in a sensible way. And I know it's a bit of an odd idea, the idea of me trying to do things sensibly, but there you go. I do now and again. Yeah, it's a real shame about those silkworms, though. We can pick up that torch as well. We don't need that there anymore. As long as we know as long as we place the saplings in the same place. That one has grown, and oh, that's handy actually. Right, so I'm curious as to just how much durability this thing's going to lose harvesting almost this full tree farm, which is, you know, give or take 9 full trees. It's not going to be a true 9 full trees, because obviously some of them weren't planted and some of them are in pieces, but it will give me an idea of what kind of durability to expect from these, because, you know, this is a fairly big tree farm, and these tools, whilst they appear cheap, are anything but cheap. You know, they take a lot of resource to get a single black steel ingot, for example. So, you know, we need to get a fairly good idea of what's going to be involved in maintaining and running these tree farms. And the best way to do that, of course, is to try it in anger. So, hence, let's chop down a whole load of trees and see about what we can rescue. And I'm going to see if I can't get a few saplings as well. We have got the crooks to play with at some point, but while we've got, you know, all these opportunities to can I can, that's good. Didn't get a lot, mind. So we got a whole sapling out of that. I suppose scaffolding would make a certain amount of sense, wouldn't it? I'm just going to do a small amount of just ordinary blocks, I think. Are these? No, we should be alright. Where's me thingy? Yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue just working this area. We are going to have to go up on scaffold anyway. This is a mess. And we'll see what we get. I'll be back in a bit. This time I came a bit better prepared. I've come with ladders and scaffolding. We can basically get up here and deal with all of the stragglers up there. They're going to be a pain. And we obviously can try not to kill ourselves, which is always, I find, a real bonus. This is why Britain has such a health and safety culture, you know, is because we realise that actually not killing yourself in the process of doing your day-to-day job is a bonus. This is probably going to be a bad idea. Actually, let's... This is almost certainly going to be a bad idea. Still, never let it be said that I'm not a tryer, and I'm not at least 1,000,000 miles away from home should I fall to my death with 30 levels. God, this is The only problem with this farm, I think, is going to be the runaway issue of... Oh, finally got that one, that's good. Right, let's have a look. What else is there? I've got plenty of other ways of getting up there. I've got the scaffolds and all sorts of bits, so not the end of the world, but those two bits are going to be a pain in the backside. I think we can get all of this from... See, I nearly went straight off the edge there. That's going to need its own scaffolding, I think. Probably go up that and use it from there. Alright, I need to get down and to get this tree down. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Carefully. Because falling to your death will often offend. Yeah. That's, I think, as far as we can get with this one. Just to go around and hoover up all the sticks and the good stuff. That one definitely needs its own thing, but this one here I think we can bring down now. Oh, that was more effective than I anticipated. Alright, I need to do some tidy up, finish off on this tree farm. I've got more saplings, so we may actually have enough saplings to do the whole lot this time around and not have to worry about going hunting. And then we can get on with the roof. So I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, we have successfully cleared that of logs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And leaves. And we have got all of the saplings. Which means we should have, I believe, we should have enough saplings to go around. I definitely need to make a new scythe. I haven't, I'm one short. I'm going to have to go sapling hunting then. Okay. That's a pain. But those came in invaluable. What was the recipe for those again? Not those, those. No, those. It's just sticks. So I'm going to leave a stack of sticks behind. We need to come on, get back because it's getting dark. Neighbours are already out. Look. Yeah, it's like trick or treat without the treat. Oddly appropriate given the time of year. Let me go and put that scaffolding away temporarily. We don't really need you. We need to go and get that done, and then we're going to work on the roof next. So, and there's plenty of treated wood to play with. There's lots and lots of logs to play with. So we should be in a good position to move forward really with that. But I'll get the tree farm replanted, and I think that's the first thing we'll do, and then I'll take it from there. Back in a bit. Alright, I've just realised that I'm coming up on 30 minutes and I haven't even started the roof yet. I have just replanted the farm. My scythe is almost worn out, and this should be done. Yeah, it's difficult to tell. But yes, that is most definitely done. I'm not worried about the dirt block, you know, we've got plenty of those. So that's ready to be harvested out. Not in any desperate need or rush of it, but you know, rush for it. But I think we're going to try and I think we'll get that done next episode. I'd rather spend some time on it. The other thing I want to do next episode is, let me just take those. This one should have some. This one should have some. That one and that one. Yeah, the other thing I do want to get working on with some degree of urgency and I use the word urgency very, very, very loosely, is I want to start playing around with Thorncraft again, because we've kind of neglected that. We got to a point here where we've kind of built this. We've done a little bit of research. We've got a single ingot of thormium, which has got a broken texture, unfortunately, when you place it in the world. We have got some crystals and shards. We've got bits and pieces going on down here, and obviously we've got plenty of these aspects, and we obviously need to scan more. We've got a Thormonomicon, which, you know, we can push further. We do need to get the research and all of these other things and move on here over these ways. Golomancy is one I want to look at, because I would like to look. So how do I let me phrase this simply. There is to get Certus quartz you have to sift, and sifting is boring, so a number of people have requested that we look at how to use golems to automate it. So yeah, I mean, it's something we can do, and certainly work out how to do it, but all of this needs doing. But we've got the black steel ingot, and we've got the black steel thing. The amount of durability on this is actually pretty amazing, so this is going to take a good length of time before we, you know, before it breaks any further. So that is a good thing. Probably will need to keep that on me if I'm working on the roof, and we need to obviously sort out our food situation a wee bit. But in terms of where we are, you know, we're chugging along steadily, and I'm happy with the progress. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.